in martial arts. Like if you were a judo practitioner and you started training at a kickboxing gym, people would frown upon that. Like why are you training Muay Thai when you're a judo practitioner? Judo is the way. And the same thing was, I had a very open-minded Taekwondo coach and who actually encouraged me to start boxing and doing some other things.
Yeah.
But most of the time, that's not the case. A lot of like Kung Fu practitioners, they don't want you practicing karate. They only want you going to a Kung Fu place. What Bruce Lee said is use everything that's useful. Everything that's useful. And he put together a system of martial arts that incorporated everything that he learned, from grappling from Jean LaBelle and karate from Chuck Norris and Tang Soo Do, and Kung Fu from Yip Man, from Wing Chun. He put it all together with Western boxing and wrestling. He realized like there's so many different ways to fight, and the style is having no style. The way is no way. Like figuring out.
He said that in the movie.
Yeah. Figuring out how to adapt and move to every situation, to be like water.
That's right.
Yeah, be formless.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
And he taught that philosophy, and that philosophy eventually became mixed martial arts. Bruce Lee was the first true mixed martial artist because he was the first like true guru that was shouting it from the top of the hills. To use everything that's useful, everything, and from all styles, and put it together. But back then, that was really frowned upon. It was like kind of dangerous. Like people would go after you if you disrespected Kung Fu or
to prove so not only try to prove you wrong, but like physically try and go after you.
You were disrespecting their art, which was like literally like a religion. To a lot of people, martial arts are very cult-like. And when you get into a martial arts school, a lot of times the instructor is almost like a cult leader. You think that person is invincible; they can't be beaten by anyone.
Yeah,
you have these like weird ideas about your master.
Yeah,
I mean, you even call them a master. And so there's this like very rigid thinking that used to exist before,
but not anymore.
No,
there's no.
referential
UFC, to master or
no, the UFC just fucking put that away.
Yeah,
like there's still schools out there that run like that, but they're not legitimate and they're not the good ones. The really good schools, they're just teaching you something beautiful. They're teaching you how to use your body in a way that is challenging and effective, and it makes you so much more confident, and it makes you, if a physical altercation happens, you have a massive advantage over almost anyone.
Yeah, protect yourself.
Yeah. It's literally like a superpower to have that and to walk around, to know that most people have zero idea how to fight.
Right.
And so we've all seen these fucking Instagram videos of guys who have no idea how to fight, and they're fighting each other, and they don't even know each other, and they're swinging
and just
wild.
swinging for the fences.
Yeah,
hoping something connects.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a trained fighter, that looks hilarious.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this is. What are you doing? Like, you just like
stop for a second.
You just
Hold
move
on.
it around, like, dude, you're gonna get hurt here. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you got into a fight?
I never really got in fights. I mean, I got in like one or two in high school.
Yeah.
But once I started training, I was just competing all the time. I never got into like street fights.
Right. And
they're stupid.
They're stupid.
They're so
just
stupid.
Fucking stupid.
Just like it's just your ego that keeps you there. If it's one thing, if you have to defend yourself, someone's attacking you, or or someone's attacking someone you love, but to just get into fights because you know how to fight is so crazy. Because like you think, oh, if I could do what you do, I'd be beating the fuck out of people. No, you wouldn't, because they'll shoot you.
Yeah,
they'll come back with a gun and fucking shoot you. You think people just like getting head kicked? No, they're gonna fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna look over your shoulder the rest of your life?
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It's so fucking silly.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But also, that's people that haven't trained. They don't understand that. Like,
right.
What I tell people, like, the best way to stop bullying, it sounds so counterintuitive. Teach people how to fight when they're young.
Yeah.
Teach bullies even how to fight. They won't be doing that.
That's right, because they, in a way, inherently have a respect.
Yeah, they're insecure.
Yes.
The reason why they're imposing their strength on other people and trying to make people feel bad is because they feel bad. And they think somehow or another by being a piece of shit to someone who's smaller than them, that somehow or another that boosts them up. But it doesn't. It just gives you, like, you have low self-esteem. You can't think of yourself as like a hero if that's the kind of life you're living. It's a terrible way to live.
It is, yeah.
And they don't. But people don't understand that the way to cure that is not to, like, just simply punish them. The way to cure that is to teach everyone how to fight. Like, it should be a thing that men learn, and I think some women too. Like, not mandatory. I'm not saying everyone should have to do this, but it should be an option available to you. And if that option is available to you and you take it, I think it'll better your life. And I think it'll stop a lot of this bullying. I really do.
Absolutely. And the spirit of learning how to protect yourself, right? In that anchor of learning how to protect yourself and then learning how to fight, learning how to throw a punch, learning how to do this.
Yeah. You also learn the value in difficult work and in getting better at things. And some people never learn that. They never learn that.
I mean, that's a whole idea about training really fucking hard. Mm-hmm. You know, the value of putting in that hard work. Early. I always tell athletes, and I know you feel the same way, it's like whether you're on the football field, basketball court, in the cage, whatever it is that you do, whatever kind of athletics, it always starts in the gym. Mm-hmm. And once you're done, and your playing days are over, your fighting days are over, wrestling days are over, you go back to the gym. Mm-hmm. Like it all starts in the gym.
Yeah.
With that hard work that you put in.
You just have to keep your body healthy. If you can. If you can't keep your body healthy, I understand. But if you can, you've got to do it. It's something that everyone should do. It makes your life better. It just does.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many intelligent people that I know that ignore their body because they're so concentrated on their mind. They're so concentrated on intellectual pursuits that they let their body become just a wreck.
A physical wreck.
Yeah.
And we only got one, man.
Yeah, it's frail.
Only got one body.
And your intellectual energy is dependent upon your physical energy. If your body's tired, your brain's not going to function as well. Even if you have an amazing brain.
Right.
You're not giving it what it needs.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's also the best way to filter out the noise of life. Like if you choose to do something that's much harder than anything else you're going to experience, and it's voluntary, the rest of life is easier. It really is easier.
Yeah.
Stress and bullshit and criticism and fucking haggling and nonsense and chaos, like you can get through that.
Especially today. Mm-hmm. Right? There's so much fucking noise.
So much noise.
And bullshit.
So much
and
bullshit.
Toxicity.
So much toxicity.
So it's just out there all the time. And you're right. It's that kind of anchoring balance and training gives you the leg up to swat the bullshit away. The bullshit away.
The bullshit today is fascinating because it's social media bullshit. It's a different bullshit than people have ever experienced in all of human history.
Yes.
These people that you don't know chiming in about everything. The good part of that is there's a sharing of ideas and there's a way of communicating that never existed before, and people are learning so much more about things than ever before. Social media allows people to break news stories long before mainstream media. It allows people to tell you about fascinating stories that maybe you would have never heard of, and amazing archaeological discoveries and scientific advancements, and it's incredible in that regard. But it's also you're dealing with human beings in a weird form where they're not in front of you, they're not talking to you eye to eye, they can say the shittiest things and they don't feel anything.
That's right.
And they're trying to hurt people's feelings and they make it like an activity.
Yeah.
Like their activity is not jujitsu. Their activity is like shitting on people online, starting trouble.
That's the trend.